If you are interested in becoming an e-commerce success story, our next guest has a little advice to share. Ebony Swank is the founder and CEO of Swank, a Posh Boutique. She is here to share her journey. Hello, Ebony.
Hi, how are you?
I'm really great, thank you. So happy to connect with you in Michigan today. Tell us about this journey you've been on. How did you decide to get into e-commerce?
Well, it started with the store. We still have two stores here in Michigan, which are very successful. Our city of Detroit has supported us our entire journey. And I started from a failed store. My first store in a very upscale mall. That store taught me so much because I had to close the store. And after that, here comes two stores later, and we're here today from 2019 up until today, we have grown over 2,000%. So that is mega
Wow.
growth. But of course, I started like other successful entrepreneurs. We started from failure, and here we are today.
Oh my gosh, congratulations, overcoming adversity. We love those
Yes,
success stories here in America.
yes.
Absolutely, it's brilliant. Before we move on and talk a little bit about how you're using your customer information, I'm dying to know what it is you sell on your
Well,
site.
we sell the majority of jeans and we also have shapewear. We want women to be comfortable in the skin that they're already in. So we promote body positivity, being who you are, and understanding that you don't have to be ashamed to wear a certain type of clothing because Swank Posh has clothing that will actually fit you. So, yes.
Interesting. Okay, and you are doing
Yes.
something really smart. You're using customer information to guide the products you offer. So you're listening to your customers. Is that what that means?
Yes, you have to be able to listen to what the customer is actually saying, or I don't like to force things down their throat. I want to
Mm.
hear what they're saying, but also we'll use the data to be able to determine what is the customer buying, what is her size, what does she like to see, what does she like to wear, different things that she can't find other places. So what we do is we make sure that we have what she wants. We don't want to be stuffy and too pushy to be able to give these things to the customers that they don't want. We want to make sure that they have what they want, but also what they can fit and not be ashamed of fitting in what they want to wear.
You know what? People should feel good no matter where they are at with their body, their weight, what shape. Maybe they just had a baby, maybe they've just gone through menopause. They should feel good. I'm a
Yes.
strong believer in that. Hey, you've learned a lot running this business on social media, and I think we're all interested in getting better at social media. Do you have any tips for us?
Well, the biggest thing is that you have to be able to read data, especially when you're running a business. You also have to be able to read data in order to make your next move. So even when you're
Mm.
doing social media, you have to run it the same way because essentially I started out with having our free marketing tool as using social media being big on social media in our presence. So
Hmm.
with that being said, you just have to look at your data to be able to determine the same thing. What are your people want to see that follow? What do your followers want to see? The people that follow you and they love you, what do they love about you? If you started out wearing makeup and they want to see more beauty products, or you started off being a fashion blogger, they want to see more clothing and you dressing up in it. So that's the biggest tip that I can give when it comes to social media.
Ew, thank you. That was a juicy one. I liked it. Real quick before we go, we'd love to offer our viewers a special offer.
Okay, well, you can make sure that you come to shopswankaposh.com. You can get two pair of our super swank jeans for $55. And make sure that you're in here. The code is SG55 and shopswankaposh.com.
I love it. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. We appreciate it. Hey, visit swankaposh.com and get two super swank jeans for $55. That is a deal. You can also follow Ebony on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Ebony Swank.